The food industry has bestowed countless honors on Gordon Ramsay. He is a well-known chef and restaurant owner worldwide. His hilarious outbursts are what made him a megastar and keep viewers tuned in week after week. Avoid working as a chef for Gordon Ramsay if you can't handle the heat. Here are the top 10 most intense Gordon Ramsay moments ever. Before we get further, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Okay, now back to the video. Number 10. Addressing Colleen as a thief. Colleen, a competitor on Hell's Kitchen, worked as a chef and charged $300 per session. However, she was significantly overcharging depending on the caliber of her performance on the show. Ramsay accuses Colleen of taking advantage of her customers during one particularly awful dinner service performance. To her credit, Colleen defends her credentials and self. She is nonetheless fired from the fish station. Ramsay commended Colleen for her tenacity when she was removed. This incident demonstrated that Colleen was tougher than most Hell's Kitchen participants, even though she may not have been a particularly skilled cook. Number 9. Risotto with pumpkin. This rib stood out since it wasn't between Ramsay and a competitor. A customer participating in a dinner service in Hell's Kitchen caused the disruption. He boasted arrogantly that his pumpkin risotto was lacking in pumpkin. After being displeased with Ramsay's response, the maitre d' stormed up to the kitchen where he was preparing. Chef Ramsay replies admirably to this unfortunate man who is trapped standing there deciding whether he wants it whole or chopped. Number 8. Handling Raj. Raj was one of the most recognizable contestants ever due to his pranks. He was eliminated early though. During his last dinner service, Raj wastes the team's Dover sole, consumes rejected food while he should be cooking, and tries to fight with a renowned chef. Raj has certainly gotten on Ramsay's nerves by this point, so understandably he is fired in the same episode. We don't want to think about how angry Ramsay would be if he continued for even one more service. Number 7. Keith's ignorantly leaving. Ramsay didn't fire him from Hell's Kitchen for poor cooking because she was a good cook. Instead, he did so because of the lack of leadership. She attacked Ramsay at a vulnerable time since the chef had been charged with having multiple affairs with numerous women. Keith wasn't having any of it. Ramsay then wanted to know why Keith had to be so rude, claiming that she was always treated to her rudeness. Sadly, Keith later took his own life. Number 6. The Joseph issue. Joseph refuses to comply with these obvious requests when Ramsay requests the names of the candidates up for elimination in the elimination episode. Instead, he gets arrogant, acting as though Ramsay's request is an attack on his manhood. After a while, Joseph gets tired of chatting, rips off his jacket, and challenges Ramsay to a duel in the parking lot. Ramsay maintains his composure the entire time, not even blinking once. Ramsay once again demonstrates his determination as Joseph's tenure in Hell's Kitchen ends in humiliation. Number 5. Insulting Giovanni. After Giovanni continually fails to prepare the chicken special for the evening, Chef Ramsay makes a fairly harsh comment to him. Giovanni is outraged by this and responds by disputing the charge. However, Chef Ramsay is in no mood to say sorry and is yelling angrily in Giovanni's direction. Giovanni's challenging evening had just begun. Additionally, he unintentionally burns Robert, another contestant who is ultimately removed that evening. Number 4. Ben gets owned. Ben, from Season 4, ruined everything he touched throughout the dinner service. In that episode, he was unable to cook even a piece of fish. You couldn't help but feel awful for him, as Chef insulted and treated him like trash. He was dreaming, given that he provided one of the worst dinner services in the show. Chef Ramsay was not going to compliment him. You could almost feel Ben's joy in that episode, as Ramsay seemed to be congratulating him before the floor was suddenly yanked out from under him. Number 3. Shouting, "Look! Look! Look!" There are numerous occasions when certain things drive the cook insane. Overcooked or undercooked food leads the list, with human food waste coming in a close second. Ramsay's revelation of how much pasta Melinda had thrown away with the Capellini disaster. Look, 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 sealed her fate. If he said one more look, his voice would have been blasted out of his skull because it had grown so high-pitched. This one still makes people chuckle nowadays. Number 2, Gordon versus Abby. This episode was extremely unique. Abby, the owner of Down City, was formerly one of the show's more obstinate owners. She went head-to-head with Ramsay on practically everything. After a long argument, the chef eventually abandoned the project for the time being. She eventually tempered her tone after some convincing, but it didn't last long because Down City has been shut down. Number 1, Amy's baking company is being closed. Sammy and Amy, the owners of Amy's Baking Company, beat Ramsay in terms of persistence. During their time on the show, the husband and wife display a variety of toxic behavior, from pocketing server tips to refusing to accept any criticism. As the episode comes to a close, they remain as stubborn as ever. Ramsay confronts the multiplicity of issues with their management calmly yet forcefully, but they refuse to listen. It's clear that they're beyond help, so Ramsay does something he has never done before. He leaves without making any adjustments. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.